Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Fake Music Only podcast, the best podcast online for all things EDM related. We have a lot of releases to talk about today, but first, I'm your host, the Big Finicheti, and I'm here with my co-host, IMG. There he goes. And we have our first guest today. We have the rhythm mom herself, rinnyea, in the house. I had to do something.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Welcome to the show. So we have a ton of releases to talk about. Only one album this time around, but we also have a new segment which should flow interestingly into the album that we have picked out. But Aaron, Rinnyea, in relation to you, I know most of the stuff that we have on this list isn't exactly your cup of tea. We because you're mainly a dubstep listener, right?
Absolutely.
And I know you listen to a lot of that, but the tastes don't exactly range too far outside like heavy music.
Not normally, but sometimes things sway me, you know?
Yeah, sometimes. So we do have a Disciple release, we do have a Never Say Die release, but a lot of this is like really calm stuff. So
yeah.
How was it listening through everything? How was it? I'm curious.
A lot of me being like, oof. You know, lots of oofs. Actually, that describes it pretty well.
Lots of oofs?
Yes.
Just oof, man. Come
on. many oofs.
I'm sure you were thrilled when you saw Martin Garrix on the list.
Of course.
You know, that's your thing. But all right, but because I figured we may as well start out a little more in your comfort zone, and then we'll move into some other stuff. So we're gonna hold off on. We are gonna talk about the Rez album that came out, in a bit. But first, I want to talk about Bandles. I think is how you pronounce it.
Bandles, boy.
I think so.
Yeah, and I actually, I think I vaguely knew about him before this EP release, which is the Spy Kids EP that came out on Disciple. Because I think he had like a Firepower thing, but besides that, I haven't.
Yeah.
But besides that, I haven't heard too much of him. So, but when I saw this release pop up, I figured I'd put it on here for you, Aaron, because I figured this would be better. But as it turns out, this is like barely a dubstep EP at all. Which,
it's not always dubstep if it's on Disciple, dude.
I know, but it's.
I mean, usually yes, it is, but not always.
Exactly.
Yeah, and. And even though I'm not exactly always into like the 4-track dubstep EPs and stuff because there's not a lot of variety. With this one, I wish there was less variety almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I celebrate diverse selections of music, you know.
Yeah.
But also, just for me, it'd be nice.
Yeah, I think the problem with this EP is that it spreads itself very thin, because each of the 4 tracks on here is a different genre entirely.
Yeah.
Like we have dubstep, then we have bass house, then IMG. You're probably gonna kill me for this because you know genres way better than I do.
Yeah.
I think it's glitch hop, right?
I don't really remember because. The only track, I mean, I like them all, but the track I remember the most was the second track. But yeah, so I don't know. It might be Glitch Hop, it might be Moomba. I don't know.
It's either Moomba Core or Glitch Hop.
I'll have to listen to it later, and I'll correct you.
Yeah, and then then there's like a festival trap remix or something.
Yeah.
And I felt like all of these tracks were like a 6 around, and it was just sort of. Yeah, the title track "Spy Kids" was kind of fun, with the with the vocal samples that they threw in and everything, and and like house is my favorite genre, so I enjoyed Together a lot, but I felt like there was nothing that's gonna last on this thing, it's gonna be forgotten in like 2 months, which is sad, but.
Yeah, sad but accurate. Yes.
Yeah, because it's already moved out of the way for the Barely Alive album that's gonna come out. I think.
Yeah, that's kind of just That I think that's just kind of bad timing, really, honestly.
Honestly. So
Because, yeah.
props to Bandles for taking the for taking the Pretty Barely Alive album spot.
Oof.
Yeah.
Because someone had to, and he stepped up to the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so thanks.
And like, I mean, I was going into this EP expecting just bro step all the way, just bro step, period. And I was very pleasantly surprised, and that's what I enjoy about it, honestly.
So you like enjoy all the tracks because it surprised you?
Yeah, it's different than what I would expect it to be, since Disciple or whatever. But yeah, I mean, Together was probably my favorite track, though.
Yeah, Together was a lot of fun because like for me, all things house is just my favorite genre. Just usually
Things I'll never say.
because I remember in your like Matroda review, like the Monster Cat thing, you were just talking shit on house all day. But it's
sorry.
It's fine. I'm not even mad.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I do enjoy some songs on the Matroda EP, it's not a good house EP. So I kind of understand.
Yeah.
It was fun. There were fun things in there.
Well, yeah, but it's just kind of the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Sort of. I enjoy it more than most, but I know a lot of people dislike a lot of songs more than others. And I don't really understand that because they are all sort of accomplishing the same thing. But back on Bandles, the only thing I really disliked was Festival Puke, which I think is pretty aptly named. And I'm actually wondering if it is like a self-aware track or not, kind of like Big Rhythm Mariachi or something. But that song reminded me of kind of like bad songs off of old Kill the Noise EPs and stuff.
Oof.
I don't know if you guys remember Mosh It Up, but I got strong vibes like that.
Was that off Kill 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 or was that off Black Magic? I don't remember.
That one was off Black Magic.
Yeah, okay, that's why I don't remember it, because I don't listen to Black Magic that much.
Yeah, I know. But
Kill 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 is better. Just gonna say that, but okay.
Yeah, probably.
Just gonna say that.
Just gonna drop that totally controversial piece of information off. No, that's fine. But yeah, but besides that, I enjoy, besides Festival Puke, I enjoyed the rest of the tracks on here. It's just it's just I felt like each of the genres could have been done better by someone else, sort of. So I'm what I'm hoping is in the future, Bandles will pick one of those genres and really kind of hone in on that. And then
maybe this was like a experiment,
Yeah.
What do I like more?
Yeah, maybe see what the people responded to best.
Right.
And then maybe he'll put out like a full EP of just that genre. And if he did that, I think that'd be great. I don't know where he'd release it, but I would definitely. I'm definitely gonna return to listen to whatever he puts out next, just because I'm curious to see where he goes.
Yeah.
Because right now I have no idea. Yeah, but like we were saying earlier, where how the Barely Alive album was kind of overshadowing this one already. But there was something else that was overshadowing this EP, like even as it was coming out, and that was the Sudden Death EP that everyone is talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter people calling it Void Day, like the day it released and stuff.
Day.
Yeah, Happy Void Day. A little late. Like the Dub Rebellion is uploading literally every single track off of it. So I got excited because the last time people were freaking out this much about an EP was probably like the Overdrive EP from Space Laces.
Yeah.
Which I'm which I'm a massive fan of, but we can talk about that some other time. So I got pretty excited. I listened through it, and it is good. But that's it.
Good. Yeah.
That's it.
Good.
There are many songs in here that I like a lot. Like a lot. But I do think it's weird. Well, I just don't understand why it was so like incredibly hyped. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, me too.
Like
Yeah.
people were truly just, can I say nutting? I'm
yes,
saying it.
you can say whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, it's free.
People were nutting.
All over the CP, but it was just sort of yeah, it's really solid. Like I'm not gonna say it's bad or anything. I think it's better than most Never Say Die releases that have come out semi recently.
Yeah.
Um, and I've liked what Sudden Death put out in the past. I like this Spell Jam EP a lot. I kind of slept on Junk World. People are still giving me shit on that, like to this day.
I
But
know. I mean, like, obviously I made a video about it, but, like, I didn't like
oh,
it.
you didn't like Drunk World?
No.
I think I remember that video. I don't know, but
I felt really bad about posting that, by the way.
like were you just brutal? Like
It wasn't, I'm never,
mean.
brutal, but yeah, it was like, I don't know, it was kind of sad, especially because so many people liked it, you know?
Yeah, but I think he's getting support from so many different places. I think
Yeah.
I think some honest criticism and feedback is okay, but I like it sounds like I'm talking negatively about this EP right now, but I did like it a lot. Like Behemoth, the first time I heard that is like that.
Gold.
It is solid gold. It's my favorite track off the EP by
Yeah,
far.
I agree.
Like it is.
Absolute gold.
It's massive. I want to hear it off really good speakers, so badly.
Yes.
And this is why you invest in a surround sound setup.
Yeah, I invested in good headphones instead, and they're all right. But
Yeah.
but here's the thing. When I first listened to this EP, like I was listening on the way to on my way to work, like on the bus, and while at home I have decent headphones to listen to everything to. Like while I'm walking around, I just have these Apple earbuds and only one side works. And even off of those, like Behemoth just totally blew me away.
That's
Like,
how you know.
yeah, I know. Like when it sounds good on Apple headphones, you know.
Yeah.
Besides that, both the Murda and Samplifier collab, like were really fantastic.
Hmm.
I didn't like Castles that much, and Rise was okay, but
Rise sounds weird in my ears. That weird sound.
well, that's funny because one of my friends was literally making fun of me by doing like exactly what you just did. Because they're like, imagine Cole singing along to his music, and then one of my friends is like, wow. And I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, that reminds me of this time back when I was on Monster Cat Talk. I tried to emulate the drop of resistance with my voice. It was horrible.
Oh wait, Aaron, have you heard Resistance by Aerochord?
No, I have not.
That is one you should check out. But
Yeah,
I,
Face Melter.
Leaf, I'd ask you to do it again, but at the same time.
I don't even remember what I did. I'd have to like listen to the episode over again.
Okay, all right.
It
Well,
was some really stupid thing.
well, I'm definitely linking that in the description later on. But but okay, so you guys know what I think about Void. Leaf, I haven't heard you talk about it that much. What'd you think?
I mean, I guess it was okay. You know, it wasn't good, wasn't bad. I guess, it's just kind of in the middle.
I'm half expecting like just to hear a mob kind of approaching a house from the back of the microphone.
The mob. Oh my god.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was kind of just grinding through the music, so sometimes I don't really pay as much attention as I should. So
Yeah, it's all right. I get that.
That's the only thing I hate about just procrastinating till the last minute. The last minute to listen to all this stuff.
I get that. There were a few songs that I had to re-listen to, and also like there were a few singles that like that we picked that I didn't think were all that exciting that I had to re-listen to a few times.
Yeah.
But like moving on from Void because I think we got all our thoughts out on that. One that I had to re-listen to for like a different reason was the Forest Knot song.
Yes, the Forest Knot
Yeah,
song.
which is the alternate alias for Tut Tut Child, if you don't know. And to be honest, I haven't liked a whole lot of Tut Tut Child in the past. I think his stuff is okay, but nothing really stood out to me. But this was this was really nice. Cause I put the song in, like I put the song on while I was like walking one of my dogs. And then I like about a minute in, I totally just got lost in it, and
Yeah.
and it was almost hard to pay attention to, not because it's bad, but because it's just so spacey and dreamy.
Yeah.
And I listened to it like 3 more times. I'm like, okay, I'll pay attention this time, and then that didn't work.
Yeah.
I had to do it like 3 times. But it totally shocked me because, like I said, I'm not exactly a huge Tut Tut Child fan, even though a lot of people are. And
Dude,
this
Dragon Pirates, my favorite in 2012.
12.
15? Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
2012.
I have no idea.
Oof,
It was
3 years off.
2012.
I
But-
just remember liking it a lot.
That's honestly the only one that I remember. But it is Dragon Pirates because also that's just a really cool name. But
Yes.
But yeah, so I don't know how by Force Not totally caught me by surprise, because I wasn't even in a good mood before listening to it, but afterwards I was just super happy.
Wow.
What do you guys think?
That's
It
so
was
cool.
chill.
Hmm?
It was chill.
It was very chill.
Yeah, it was I mean, I mentioned this to you before, but actually the first time I listened to this was I was working on a mix. Shout out to my 24-hour mix coming out soon. Anyway,
Shout
so total self promo there. But yeah, so I was working on that, and I decided I was like, I'll put it in because I have a Tut Tut Child song here, and then I'll just transition into it. And I was like, oh, this is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Wait, quick question: did you actually manage to put it in? Because
I did.
really, because one thing I realized was it wasn't exactly a DJ friendly track at all.
Well,
Because
what I did was I ended up transitioning into Together by Duma and Corey, and then I mashed it with that, and then I transitioned into My Galaxy, which was also mashed with that. So
wow.
yeah, it's pretty mash heavy.
All right, so we both like it. Aaron,
Mm-hmm.
thoughts?
Chill is a good word.
Yes.
I guess. Definitely not my style at all. But we all know this.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know.
So very chill, not your style.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sort of getting like a respect it, but never gonna listen to that again.
Of course, yeah.
All right. You know what? That could be worse. That could be worse.
Exactly.
All right. I think.
Before we get off this topic, I saw a joke when Tut Tut Child actually announced this whole Forest Knot thing, and I'm gonna say it now. Forest Knot sounds like some furry thing.
Oh God, that's nasty.
Honestly, I love furries.
Yes,
Yeah.
furries are cool. All right, my boyfriend's a furry, so I don't.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
I didn't know that. That's interesting. I've never met a furry, so I can't exactly judge. It seems a little weird from a distance, I'll admit, but
It does. But
you know what?
From the outside, yes.
Yeah, but I'm open minded. You know,
yeah.
why not? I guess. People are gonna
By
do
the
their own
end
thing.
of this, we all become furries.
Just gonna be like making animal noises by the end.
Gotta do those hand-drawn YouTube videos with the persona, you know, or whatever.
Kind of
Kind
fan-made Sonic
Block.
characters.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of animals, let's check out the Bitbird release, I guess. I'm working on transitions.
You're working on it.
They'll get better over time, maybe. You know, at least that one was somewhat. You know, actually, we're not gonna do the San Holo thing yet, because we've been. I think we've been pretty like fairly nice so far. So I'm gonna talk about a track that I don't like at all, and that's the Gammer one. Needed You.
Oh.
Yeah, like Gammer is like a. Like I talked about a lot of hit or miss artists last episode with the Pegboard Nerds EP that came out, but Gammer is Gammer's one that I didn't mention. He's probably even more extreme because the songs that I don't like from him, I absolutely despise. Like he had an EP, like he had the Drop EP that got relatively famous, and like I like two songs off of that, which are Beam of Light and The Drop. I've come around to it more, but the other two songs on that, which are Stay Tonight and Let's Get Crunk, are like they just don't do anything for me, like at all, in terms of enjoyment. That being said, I really like a ton of his tracks. Like he had a remix on he remixed the Pegboard Nerds at one point, and I thought that remix was great.
Berserk remix.
Yeah, the Go Berserk remix was really good. His collaboration with Keizo I thought was pretty good.
Watch the mob come after you, because I think that was not.
That's not like that. Well, you know what?
That's what I remember hearing. Like, it was just so love hate.
Well, Gammer, I'm sticking up for you. There you go. I'm now back to the track I didn't enjoy. Needed You is definitely another one of his misses. I thought it was. I don't like the vocals at all. I thought they were kind of like all high pitched vocals for me. I'm not exactly a fan of, and I thought these were a little obnoxious. If like close to unbearable for me. Like they almost ruined the song. And then the drops are just very loud without anything behind them, I guess would be a good way to put it.
I guess that's what you could put all reverse bass under. So
is reverse bass what it's called?
Yeah, it's reverse bass. It's like think this time like the screechy hard style. That's reverse bass.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's the best way to describe it. I'm probably gonna get a bunch of hate for that description.
I learn a new genre every time we do one of these episodes. Last episode it was space bass, which I still don't think exists.
It should be newbie. I'm gonna say it should be newbie.
It should be newbie.
Yeah.
But I could talk about this track more, but I don't wanna be that mean to any artist really. So what do you guys think?
Well, I liked it, I guess. Like, more so the second drop than the first draft. But yeah, because I'm a hardcore junkie, so I can listen to a lot of it. So.
All right, so you know that's 1 out of 3.
Yeah. At least it's not hated by all of us, you know.
That's good.
Yeah, look at that. So he has an audience. So there you go. But you know, for me, Needed You put kind of a bad taste in my mouth. Although it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. I'm over exaggerating just a little bit, but it's definitely not something I'm gonna download or re-listen to anytime soon. Hopefully this also doesn't become like a major hit like The Drop did.
And also the fact that like everyone seemed to be hating on the Fortnite inspired artwork.
Okay,
that
I was literally about to say, like, I looked at the album art and I'm like, this looks cringy. So, delete.
And the funny thing is, you mentioned cringy. On Twitter, Gammer posted the artwork and then said, I had to do it to him,
Oh,
which wasn't really related to the artwork at all. So I don't know what he was going
Yeah,
for.
but it's like I don't like the artwork. I think it's kind of stupid, but I respect his choice to put something that he wants on the artwork because it's his damn song. If he wants to do
That's
whatever he
true.
wants, then whatever. You know?
Yep, IMG here, empowering artists.
Yeah.
But,
Since
but
2018.
yeah, yeah, he can do that. It's not going to age well. I in 2 years' time,
Yeah.
it, but like the thing is, I don't play Fortnite at all.
Good.
So
Yeah,
so,
I hate Fortnite.
yeah, so,
but-
so so I saw the artwork and I was like, this looks like Fortnite, but I don't want to ask because if if it's not Fortnite, then that looks really stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got a miss from Gammer this time. Maybe I'll get a hit for me, like on his next release. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm gonna root for him, but for the time being, I'm just gonna pretend this track does not exist.
Okay.
Now on the Bitbird, I think. So the Son Holo single that came out, it's actually like a double single. That's gonna be and both these songs are
A-side, B-side.
yeah, A side, B side. That's right. And it's gonna. I think both of these songs are gonna be on his album that's coming out. And
Yeah, album 1.
yeah. And wait, is that what it's called?
Right now, that's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
I believe he is calling it album 1.
Oh, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, that's a choice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I haven't exactly liked San Holo a lot in the past. I think I have his one big song like We Rise download just because it was a free download. It was kind of catchy. But besides that, I haven't really been in him. And I was pleasantly surprised by Worthy. I thought Worthy was really nice, but Lift Me from the Ground, I didn't really like at all. Although that might just be my bias against like Trap City, because I don't like that channel that much, and that's where I saw it first. Maybe if I listen to it without looking at the visualizer.
Yeah, just
We'll see.
yeah.
I can relate to that
Yeah.
for sure.
But I think besides that I didn't really like it all that much anyway. But yeah, Worthy definitely gets a thumbs up from me. That track surprised me a lot. Besides that, I don't have too much to say about Son Holo on this one, just because he's just not that interesting of an artist to me. But I do respect what he does. It's just nothing. No.
Respect is definitely there.
Yeah.
These are very pretty songs, but
Yeah.
that's it.
I've never heard anyone describe a song as pretty before.
Well, they are.
They are. I don't think I disagree with you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to try and use that more maybe. But yeah. But yeah. So Son Holo, maybe we're gonna cover the album when it comes out. Probably. Depending on if there's a whole lot going on that week, but maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah.
Doesn't really provide too much to talk about, but okay. Here's the thing. I want to talk about the Nightmare and Wave Dash track because I know, Aaron. I know you probably liked it.
Yeah, I did.
But you know what, Aaron? Maybe you can take over this one because I just don't have a lot to. I just don't have a lot to say about this one. Honestly, like I listened to it a few times and it's like, yeah, this is good. I don't know. I have no idea what to say about Grave.
I did like it, but it's not like one of those that I'll rush to go, I don't know, download and listen to on repeat. But like, in the moment, I was like, all right, can jam.
Yeah.
It's weird. I like it.
Yeah. I think it's interesting because like I kind of expected something more interesting out of this one because because Nightmare is such a strange artist. but then again, Wave Dash for me is probably one of the more generic dubstep artists out there. Although he's not bad by any means.
Yeah.
It's just like he had like a song on an Ausla compilation which was like fine, but nothing crazy. And I know he also had a remix on like the Viruses. No, sorry, not the Viruses. The Virus remix.
Yeah.
Packaged by Excision. And I thought it was okay too. Just but yeah, like a lot of Wave Dash is just okay for me. And I think I'm wondering if he took over a bit more of this song because again, this is like while I can hear Nightmare in this, I just don't think it's anything spectacular at all.
Interesting.
Leaf, what do you think? It's okay.
Nice input.
I don't have much to say about it either. I think it was okay, you know, and that's pretty much it.
All right, perfect. And I think we're just gonna skip the Martin Garrix track because
Too generic.
I put it on here because I actually for the first time. Oh, you did? Oh.
Yeah, I put it on there.
Whoops.
Right after we finished.
Whoops, my bad. I'm sorry.
Stop taking my credit, man.
But I actually liked his last single because it was Bass House, which surprised the hell out of me because I haven't liked a Garrix track. Period.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that one was good, so I had hopes. But this one was just it was just nothing. So we're just gonna skip it unless you guys have anything to say.
No.
Okay, Heckler and Glades 404 remixes.
Yeah.
This is my favorite like remix package from Never Say Die in quite a while. Because I don't think that it's only 3 songs, but at the same time I don't think there's a bad song here. And the lineup on this one is just crazy. Like when I heard that G-Rex was on it, that G-Rex would be doing anything with 404, I got really excited. And then when I found out it was a Tainan collab, I was jumping up and down. It was.
Oh, actually?
No, not actually, but mentally. And then I heard Lux. I'd never heard of Calcium, but I'm definitely not gonna forget him now because
That's my least favorite.
For me, I think Lux was my least favorite, but
Blasphemy.
Uh-oh, you got the mob coming.
Trigger warning.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean much because none of these songs are bad in the slightest. For me, I think it goes Tynan and G-Rex just because that's like I don't think it was possible for that track to disappoint me because I just like both of those guys so much. And then Calcium just because it just came out of nowhere for me. I thought it was my favorite for a little while, but not quite. And then Lux.
Jeez.
Sorry, Lux. It's still really good. What about you guys? What do you think?
Well, go first.
Okay, who's going first?
You're going first.
Leaf, you're the host.
Okay, alright, fine. I guess we're not having hospitality here. Anyway. So, yeah, I mean, I guess they were all pretty good. I like the Tynan one more. I kind of got into him after his Eclipse remix, so, yeah. I definitely noticed it was Tynan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That was a really good remix, the Eclipse remix that I put out, by the way.
Yeah, best one. Yeah, I don't have much else to say really about it. That's pretty much it.
Like for me, I just think it's crazy that this whole thing is up for free download as well. Like, very, very generous. Good job, Heckler.
It's
Anyway.
Christmas.
It's Christmas and oh no, it's August already. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
God damn it.
sorry, everyone. Anyway, Aaron, I'm willing to guess that Lux was probably your favorite remix.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah. Duh.
And we're all here like putting it last and everything.
Yeah. No, I just like Lux things are what I like. You know,
I
just
get that.
nasty and gross.
The last single that he put out, Smash, like I thought was really good. And that one sort of came out of nowhere for me
Yeah.
because I wasn't expecting much. But also off topic, Lux is a really good guy. Like he'll always put stuff out on Twitter like, hey, if you're going through something, like message me.
Yeah, he's super cool.
Yeah, I know.
It's like Subtac. I don't know if he still does that, but he used to. I know that.
Yeah. So Lux is like a free therapist. So big ups to Lux. I hope he actually gets to release something big soon because
Oh, he's going to.
yeah,
He's like on the rise.
he is. I'm seeing a Black Label release like soon, but who knows? Okay, now like honestly, this is the stuff that we have next is what I've been wanting to talk about majorly, which is why I kind of skipped it at first. And that's the new Rez album that came out, which wait wait I can't tell if that was I can't tell if that was an oof or not.
No, that was a woo.
Oh, a woo. Okay. I was like, wait, does it like it? Okay, but I thought I have a lot to say about this one because
Here we go.
oh boy. Great, now it's hyped up. I mean, like, not a ton, but I liked. I when I listened through this album, I listened through it once, and then I went back and listened to Mass Manipulation, which is the album that she released last year, and I came to realize that I don't think that Rez's style holds up too well on its own, but whenever she collaborates with like anyone, it's always great. Like the collaborations on this album, I think were definitely top of the line. The best things on here, besides maybe Witching Hour, but even then, I think I think the off drop sections of that were a little lacking. But I know there was like a house track on here with someone I've never heard of before. I gotta pull up the track listing actually.
Yeah.
But the Kotek collab was really good. The 13 collab was really good. And overall all the collaborations on this album were Hex of course. What was it? And Life and Death is the one that I was thinking about earlier.
That's the only one I like.
Really?
Yeah.
Life and but okay, so I like all those. Not incredibly keen on the others, but I want to talk about it a bit more. Leaf, what were you thinking?
I think it was relatively good. I mean, I was going into it expecting something like Mass Manipulation, and I got something like Mass Manipulation. So yeah. Toxin was honestly the best one because I think it was just super different than the other ones. I mean, it's space-based, definitely, all the way. Newbie, whatever, I'm sorry. But it's like, like the kind of emo-ness, I'm gonna call it. Don't get mad at me. I like that, I guess.
The emo-ness.
Yeah, the emo-ness. I know, it's weird. And I'm sorry.
That's interesting. And Aaron, I know you said you only liked Life and Death.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Sorry.
I was kind of curious about this one because like it is, I guess, on the heavy side. It uses like it's really it used a lot of sub bass and everything. And obviously like the tracks like Hex were were very heavy, but yeah, I was kind of curious to how you would, if you would enjoy this or not, but okay, I'm rambling a lot right now. 1 second.
You are rambling.
Rambling is good.
Yeah. Yes.
Sometimes. Okay, what I'm trying to say is the solo tracks like Flying Octopus and Witching Hour. I thought that they were very. I didn't think that they had a lot going on in them, to be honest. And the stuff that Rez tried to fill up the time with, I felt wasn't exactly like the most professionally made or anything. Like in Witching Hour, there's a part where the synths come in, and I didn't think that they really were all that great sounding at all. Like they could have been polished a lot better. And with Flying Octopus, it just like I have like no feelings about that track at all. Besides the music video's okay. But yeah, like just nothing happens in it. I feel like. Um,
Yes.
yeah, but Aaron, one thing I'm curious about with you is so you said you liked Life and Death, right? Um, but you didn't like anything else. So I'm curious, like, why you didn't like Hex, because I feel like that one's right up your alley.
I see what you mean by that. And I wouldn't mind hearing it, you know. I wouldn't be upset by hearing
Oops.
it. But I just feel like Life and Death is the only one that I would actually like save and listen to more than once.
Okay, I get that.
So
Like that. That definitely was the most interesting one of the bunch. I felt like.
yeah, it's creepy and like it's what's the word I'm looking for? It just like it creates like a scene. I appreciate that. It's fun.
I should know this term. I really should know this term, but I don't. Like what you're trying to describe.
Oh,
Yeah.
like it's just cinematic, or
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm going for.
I know there's another word for it.
atmospheric. I don't know.
Yeah, that works.
Something
World
along those
building?
lines, I guess.
I don't know.
Something along those lines, I guess.
Yeah, we all understand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The viewers probably do.
most likely.
All two of them. But one thing I find interesting, because I was comparing this to Mass Manipulation a lot when I was listening through it, was that Mass Manipulation had like a real intro, sort of. Like I felt like Relax really worked as an intro to the album.
Yeah.
But it didn't really have an outro. It closed with Ascension, which was the Kotek collaboration, which I thought was really good. Like that's actually my favorite song off that album. But at the same time, it didn't really feel like it closed the album at all. Whereas this one, I feel like Toxin works perfectly as a closer, but Witching Hour doesn't really work as an opener at all.
So then maybe it's just two parts.
Maybe. Or
Maybe.
so next year, when the third album comes out, we're gonna.
Part 3.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna get an intro and an outro. Real treat. But besides those things, I thought that this album was good, but I feel like it could have used a little more than a year in development. I think, because it is only 8 tracks, which is it's like 28 minutes long, which is a relatively short album.
Yeah.
And I feel like if maybe Rez gave it some more time and pushed it to like 10 or maybe even like 12, then I feel like she could have told something a bit better here, because I really do want to hear like a real concept album from her.
Yeah, concept albums are the best albums. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, he's just gonna say it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that because
You just say a lot of things.
Yeah.
I do.
Elaborate on it.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up on classic rock, so like I grew up on like Pink Floyd, Beatles, stuff like that, and I mean, I'm just like The Wall is, even now, it's still one of my favorite albums of all time, and it's like I just kind of love it that that someone will take like just write a story and then like, okay, I'm gonna take this story and then instead of just releasing it out as like a book or something, I'm gonna make it into music and I'm gonna release that. I think it's just so different, I guess.
Okay, I get what you're saying, and and then I guess there aren't really a whole lot of concept albums for electronic music in general, really.
Yeah.
Like you get a whole lot of albums that have a theme, or have a goal, like something they want to make the listener feel or anything. But there aren't, off the top of my head, I don't even really know if I can think of any electronic albums that are concept albums. Leaf, do you know any actually?
I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, and you kind of have to go off the fan theory, but New Age, Dark Age could be considered a concept album if you go off the fan theory, but
New Age, Dark Age.
unofficial.
I mean,
Hey, I mean, there is a pretty good fan theory out there, and I think it kind of sums up the story quote of the album.
huh? I
don't know.
I didn't know
I'm
that.
trying to think.
I didn't know
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that people made that for the Karma Fields album.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Okay. So I think in conclusion we can all say that I think that so Aaron didn't like it. I thought that it was good, although the collaborations were really the only good parts, and it's just good that there were so many of them on here. There were like 5, I think.
Yeah.
And Leaf, what are like your full thoughts on this thing?
I guess I like it, but not as much as Mass Manipulation. I think Mass Manipulation is probably gonna be more like, I think it's more of a classic, I guess you could kind of say. So like, you know, it's kind of like saying, like, I don't really know how to put it. Like you're not gonna move past the class. I don't even know how to put it.
It like it's less memorable than Mass Manipulation.
Yeah, like it's kind of, yeah.
I think that's partly just because this is a sophomore album, and that's never going to be as exciting as the debut.
Yeah.
Or at least usually. One quick thing is that is that I felt like Mass Manipulation was kind of Rez stepping away from that, like I call it cricket bass sort of style.
Cricket bass.
Yeah, because when you look at her most popular songs like Edge, and you can kind of hear that sound, and in Mass Manipulation it was there in Relax, but besides that, it wasn't all that present. And then I didn't really hear that sound at all in this album, so I think that's nice that she's expanding her style, or at least evolving it. I just think that, and like as a solo artist, that she just has to hone in on that a bit more, and and be able to fill up a song a bit better, because that's you know, I've been trying to think of an analogy this entire time. Rez is a lot like butter. In it bear with me here. Bear with me. As in like it goes great with like all with so many different things, whenever there's a food that should have butter on it, you put it on, it gets instantly way better. But you don't just eat butter by itself, because it's kind of bland.
I do.
And what?
What?
Okay. Wait.
What are you? Are we eating fried butter on a stick like we do here, or what?
Wait.
No, just like a spoon.
You just spoon butter? That is really interesting. I've never heard anyone.
It's pretty good. Pretty unhealthy, but pretty good.
Yeah, I would assume that.
Just a midday snack?
Yeah.
Well, this analogy just doesn't work anymore. Aaron, you ruined it.
Sorry.
To be honest, it wasn't really working in the first place. But I'm not. But I'm just using this as an excuse. You kind of get what I'm saying. Rez is a bit boring by herself as of right now. I think she can definitely get more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever she's with another artist, I think that her style really shines, and I think that's great. But she just has to kind of get better as a solo artist. Mm-hmm. Now we're sort of out of albums to review, but there's one thing that I want to do revolving around you, Aaron, because because I know you like, because I know you're mostly exclusively a dubstep listener, like we said before.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, and I don't really get to, like, I heard you talk about house with like the Metroid EP review. So I kind of want to just throw a bunch of genres and also artists at you and see what you think of them, or if you ever listen to them or anything like that, you know?
Okay.
So
Do artists. That's better.
okay, so, all right, just do artists.
Yeah.
Okay, Daft Punk.
Oh,
Asking the real questions here.
Yeah.
no. You know, God, not a fan. I mean, obviously the staple classics are like staple classics, but
Yeah.
I only like them because they are staple classics and I've heard them a million times. Otherwise, like no connection at all.
All right. Okay. I mean, like, it's totally fair. I didn't like Daft Punk for a while as well, actually. And only within the past like 3 or 4 years have I really gotten into them. So, like, that's fine. Okay. Next on the list, I'm gonna say Muzzy.
Ooh, no.
No?
Sorry. Delete.
Delete Muzzy. I thought that one might work because he's
Yeah,
like,
Muzzy
he's a
is
bit
dark.
heavier. Yeah, typically dark, but not crazy sound design wise or anything like that. Savant.
It's funny because somebody, not recently, like a couple of months ago, was like, "You would like," and I'm like, maybe.
But you
I
haven't.
don't.
Oh, okay. Well, 0 for 3 so far. That's a strikeout.
So sorry.
What have you heard from him so far? I'm curious.
I don't know,
Like
just a
one you
couple
recommend.
tunes. I was like shown, so I don't even remember. But,
Oh,
like,
all right, I get that. Okay, all right. This is a bit closer to home, I think. Ricky San.
Sometimes. On
Like,
occasion.
on
Usually
occasion.
in collaboration.
Okay. All right. That's okay for the most part. Ekali or Ekali.
I always thought it was a Kali.
I've never heard anyone pronounce it.
I say E-Cali.
I just say it in my head differently every time, so I don't know. Okay.
Occasionally. Once again.
Occasionally, okay.
Yeah.
Big one again, Dead Mouse.
Oof.
I'm okay. I'm gonna chime in. I'm also going to say an oof.
Oh, you don't like
Ooh.
Dead Mouse as well?
I mean, there's some songs that are okay, and then of course the staple classics. But it's like,
Really? Okay.
I mean, I did like Mouseville Level 1, but yeah, it's just kind of
That's interesting.
Sometimes they're just too long, you know. I guess.
That's key. Major key.
Yeah, it's like you gotta hit that sweet spot.
And that's kind of what I like about them. Like when a track goes over 10 minutes, like that's like, ooh, that's interesting. Like as long as they can fill it up, then I'm into that. But when I totally
Well,
get.
okay, actually, I take that back. I do kind of like Dead Mouse. It's just kind of the way he acts. Yeah, I don't really like.
Okay, I think he's funny, and the way he is, it's like an archetype of a person. Like, I don't know,
He's
know-it-all-y.
He's sort of like a basement dweller nerd type person.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's crazy famous, so it's kind of interesting.
He's one of those people who knows too much about things and like will correct you on things, like just pulls information out of like thin air, in like the nerdiest way, and sometimes I feel like disconnects from like social norms and like just cues, things like that, digging into his psyche, I guess. But so like I understand the kind of person he is, which is why I think the things that he does are funny. But also it's kind of annoying, but also hilarious.
Yeah,
For,
like I'm kind of like that too. I just, I'm not like a social normal person, I guess you could call. But yeah, but it's just I don't know. I just kind of feel it's sometimes a little top.
yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
he totally crosses the line and like is just a dick sometimes.
But
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
It is. And like the thing is, most of the time I agree with him, but times when he's wrong, or I
You
just
don't.
blatantly, or I just blatantly don't. Like there was a point when I think there was a time when he called out Cruella for not like actually DJing or something, but they were, and then he never apologized for it.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, but most of the time he's right, so that doesn't seem to be a problem too much.
I'm gonna say a controversial statement.
Ooh.
Go for it.
Deadmau5 is like Donald Trump. Now
Okay,
hear me out,
okay,
okay?
okay.
So he kind of blabs, I guess you could kind of say, and then when he messes with someone, or like he's in the wrong, he doesn't apologize, and everyone still likes him in the end.
Hmm,
I
I don't know.
guess I see that. I don't
I do see that.
going political on the EDM
Yeah.
podcast. All right. All right. Just gonna do a couple. Have you ever heard Topi?
Spell that?
Topi.
No.
No. Okay. Then we're just gonna move off. But then okay. One that I'm kind of curious about. Skrillex, but post 2014 Skrillex.
There, you got me there.
Checkmate.
Definitely got me there. Um, I I still from time to time am like, okay, hello, nice to meet you, new Skrillex song, but yeah, no, they're not fun for me, so
I,
definitely not a fan.
I'd imagine like Purple Lamborghini was probably
Ooh, yeah, that was a good
yeah.
one. And
Yeah.
that one I love because it allows me to be like, hey, listen to this electronic thing, and people are like, yeah, it's cool, and like I heard it in like a bunch of
Suicide
commercials.
Squad.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that
so it's a good tool. Yes,
it was definitely the best thing to come out of Suicide Squad.
I actually enjoyed that movie. All right.
I
Whoa.
I I was suckered into going to that with my friends because I'm not a superhero person or super villain person or super anything person really, except for maybe like the Incredibles. That's okay. But
Oh,
yeah, because it's different. Anyway, I got suckered into that by my friends because they were like, "Oh, you'll probably like it," and I was like, "Okay, fine, I'll come." And then I was
Oof.
like, "It was okay, I didn't like it, I didn't hate it."
Really?
I don't think it's not as bad as so many people were saying.
Yeah, it's definitely not as bad as people say it is.
I
There are
mean,
things that don't make sense, yes, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not the worst thing in the world, but at the same time, maybe part of it was because I had my hopes really high for it because the advertising for that movie was really good.
beautiful.
I love that trailer. I still like that trailer,
Yeah.
but no, it just didn't land for me. Okay, Get Her.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I like Old Getter a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot.
like Firepower Get Her.
Yes, exactly. Then, um, what's the album? Or it's an
Radical
EP
Dude, or
right after Radical Dude.
oh oh damn! I know what you're talking about. What the
You
frick?
know.
What the frick?
Yeah, that's where I was like, whoop, no more. No more for me.
Not looking forward to Visceral.
Okay, I've heard that it's going to be like dubstep things.
I
So,
mean, I don't know if you heard Colorblind or not.
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that'll be on it, and Solo is they're all dubs. Like a lot of the songs that have been released are dubstep, just not really heavy dubstep at all. I don't think. Like I know the one that was released on Mouseville, like like I forget what the
All is
title
Lost or whatever. it
All
was.
is Lost. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, that was melodic dubstep.
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, but but it's not like it's not like Virtual Riot melodic dubstep. It's like it is pure melodic dubstep. So I wouldn't get your hopes up. I don't think, Aaron. But you know, I'm still gonna look forward to it a lot. Anyway, last couple ones I think. Feed Me. Have you ever heard Feed Me? Wait, what happened?
Did she die?
Aaron? Hello? Okay, all right. Last thing I want to do. Wow, the last thing that I think I want to do with this is not ask you if you like a certain artist. I've been curious about this for a while. Why do you like Trampa to the extent that you do? Like, because I like Trampa too. I like Trampa too. He makes some good heavy tunes, but like, wow, you know.
A lot of people ask me this. A lot of people. I've recently readjusted that based on seeing him live, but
Wow, really?
yeah, it's a whole thing. Not like the actual music, because the set was like extremely heavy and disgusting and beautiful and nasty, and perfect in every way, but it's just him.
As a person?
Yeah, he's not. He's
Wow.
not good. He's just
Oh.
not a good person.
I sort of have, like, I kind of noticed that, like on Twitter and stuff, because like he put out one thing that's like, don't make shitty remixes of my music. It's like, well, well that's kind of bad, but you said that it came from seeing him live. Like, did he do something, or like what?
It's just his demeanor, like how he walks around, how he like. It's very like, I'm important and no one else is. You know what I mean?
I get what you mean. Yeah.
It's pretty gross. I don't like that.
That's disappointing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. You know what they say. You never meet your
idol.
Ugh, idol's a weird word.
Oof.
But
favorite filthy dubstep artist.
Exactly.
But the
new phrase, guys.
Yes, exactly.
So are you like able to separate like the music from like the guy?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about everything anyway.
Yeah. Same here. I still listen to F-word and Danzig tunes sometimes.
Yeah. I was literally about to say.
Yeah. But like one thing I've seen a lot of people say is that is that you have to like totally cut off like everything related to people that do bad things, and I think that's just stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, because like if you're able, like I see people all the time being like, oh, I hate this now, or like, I don't know, it's like, did you ever really like it in the first place then, if like the actions of the person who created it like will influence you that much? Like,
exactly.
I can't get behind that at all.
Yeah, the art is still there, and it's always going to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah, the only thing I do is like I just make sure I don't financially support them.
Yeah,
like,
that's
like
different.
Yeah, wow, lots of likes there. Lots of likes there. But yeah, I just try and pirate music from
FBI.
FBI, open up!
Bust through the window. Oh God. Okay. All right. With all that said, we've been going for I think like an hour and 10 minutes, so I think it's about time to wrap it up.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. There was like 3 minutes with that power outage, but you know,
Sorry.
all good though. All good though. Things happen. So all of our social medias are going to be linked in the description. Go check out Aaron's channel. Thank you so much for agreeing to be on this and everything.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's a massive help.
Dude,
Cause you're not exactly gonna get a whole lot out of this, cause you know, considering our subscribers, me. But trust me, trust me. In the future when we're huge, you're gonna be. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. But all of our social medias and stuff are going to be linked in the description. Links to all the albums that we talked about also going to be in the description. I might put in timestamps. I'm not sure if I'm going to go through and do that or not, but we'll see. Actually, why am I even mentioning that now? Because they're already at the end. You've seen the timestamps already. Anyway, once again, go check out Aaron. Thanks for being on. And unless you guys have anything else to say, I think we'll see you guys in the next episode. So, bye.
Yeah.
Bye.